crowd is buzzing. A new dawn rising, feel it coming. Oh yeah! RFK's got the call to bring the cure. Health and hope, the people want more. Judges pause, they feel the tide. J6 whispers, will justice collide? The pulse of the nation's beating strong. Together we'll right the rights and wrongs. Clear the slate, feel the power rise. Oh yeah! Truth is shining, cutting through the lies. We're building health, we're chasing dreams. Under the banner of red, white, and blue. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Unyielding crowd against the storms and a judgment cloud. No room for hate in disaster's way. Equality's roots, they'll never break. Constitutionalists for America's call. From the eyes of the land to the courtroom halls. Justice waits as the pendulum swings. A new song rises, let freedom ring. Clear the slate with the funk divine. Oh yeah! Stand together, let the nation shine. From Go Right News, the stories flow. United hearts, it's a cosmic show. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Capital echoes with hopes renewed. Healing wounds, it's overdue. Presidential pens, they write the fate. Will tomorrow's promise eradicate hate? Oh yeah, yeah, the future's bright. Under the liberty of America, justice takes flight. RFK's mission, Trump's new song. It's a journey where we all belong. Clear the slate with the nation's soul. Oh yeah, building bridges, making people whole. Justice, health, and unity's key. Together strong, that's the destiny. Yeah, yeah, oh, clear the slate. Slate. Let justice and love navigate. Go Right News, the path is clear. For a brighter future, we persevere. Oh yeah!
They said he was done forever.
He is done.
The end of this Trump era.
There'll be new faces and new voices.
The final chapter of Donald Trump.
I don't know what the future of this party can be.
The movement we started is only just beginning.
The entire system went after him.
Mar-a-Lago was raided by FBI.
New York indictment.
A sweeping indictment in
Donald
Georgia.
Trump says he's been indicted again.
I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear.
But he never stopped fighting for you.
I will never stop fighting for you, your family, and our magnificent country.
And we will win, win, win. We're going to win, win, win.
Thank you, President Trump, for fighting for us. The greatest political comeback in American history.
Donald Trump has been elected president.
Now, it's time we fight for you.
The golden age of America, that's what we have.
The best is yet to come.
Welcome back to Hashtag Go Right with Peter Boykin.
where we dive deep into the heart of what's moving our constitutional republic. As we stand on the cusp of a new era under President-elect Donald Trump, the political landscape is as turbulent as a Florida hurricane. But let's not let the media storm clouds dampen our spirits. Imagine this: the left is in full panic mode, branding everyone from the local sheriff to the new HHS Director as Putin puppets are unfit. Even so many are saying that Donald Trump stole the election, that Elon Musk helped Donald Trump steal the election, which is funny considering, and ironic considering they're saying the same things that we, the Trump people, complained about in the 2020 election. So, to prove their theory that the election was stolen in 2024, it would prove that we were right about 2020. But we know that the election was not stolen here in 2024, that Donald Trump won fair and square. So as we sip our adult beverages, let's take a moment to appreciate the irony and enjoy the spectacle of their meltdown as we continue our journey to make America great again. We'll be right back. Remember, we fight for what's right because it's time to go right.
Time to go right. Time to go right. Time to go right.
In a move that's set to redefine health policy in our nation, President-elect Donald Trump has announced Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as the new Director of Health and Human Services, HHS. Trump took to Truth Social to share his vision. Quote, "For far too long, Americans have been crushed by the industrial food complex and drug companies who have engaged in deception, misinformation, and disinformation when it comes to public health. Mr. Kennedy will restore these agencies to the traditions of gold standard scientific research and beacons of transparency to end the chronic disease epidemic and to make America great and healthy again." Now, Kennedy's role will be pivotal, overseeing the CDC, FDA, and NIH and other health agencies. His mantle includes managing not just physical health policies, but also mental health, public health initiatives, and welfare programs. This appointment signals a significant shift towards transparency and a crackdown in what Kennedy describes as corruption within these sectors. Now, with an eye on chronic diseases like obesity, cancer, and diabetes, Kennedy aims to dismantle the influence of Big Pharma over public health policy. His approach, while controversial, focuses on questioning established health protocols like the vaccine schedule, which he believes might contribute to negative health outcomes. Now, the markets didn't take this news lying down. Shares of major pharmaceutical giants like Moderna, AstraZeneca, and GSK saw a dip, reflecting investor concerns over potential policy shifts that can impact these companies' revenue streams. Kennedy himself has expressed his commitment to Trump's vision with, quote, "Thank you, real Donald Trump, for your leadership and courage. I'm committed to advancing your vision to make America healthy again. Let's go." We'll see what happens in the future. We'll be right back.
When I did Rocky, if you remember, the first image was a picture of Jesus, and it says Resurrection AC Club. I found a church that had been converted to a boxing ring. So the image pans down from Jesus onto Rocky being hit. And at that moment, he was a chosen person, and that's how I began the journey. Something was going to happen. This man was going to go through a metamorphosis and change lives, just like President Trump. We are in the presence of a really mythical character. I love mythology. And this individual does not exist on this planet. Nobody in the world could have pulled off what he pulled off, so I'm in awe. And I'll just say this, and I mean it. When George Washington defended his country, he had no idea that he was going to change the world. Because without him, you can imagine what the world would look like. Guess what? We got the second George Washington. Congratulations! But
and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died. And I'm proud to be an American.
please welcome the President of the United States, Donald Trump. Thank you.
The men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
The waiting game for justice, an unprecedented twist in the legal saga surrounding the defendants of January 6th Capitol incident. Federal judges have hit the pause button on ongoing cases. These cases are not about new evidence or legal technicalities. Rather, they hinge on the potential for President-elect Donald Trump to intervene with his executive powers, and here's what's unfolding. Judicial decisions, 2 U.S. federal judges, in a move that's caught both supporters and critics off guard, have agreed to postpone the legal proceedings for individuals charged in connection with the January 6 events. This decision comes after defense attorneys for those defendants argued that their clients should not face trial given the likelihood of presidential action in their favor. Now, the rationale behind these postponements is deeply rooted in the anticipation of what Trump might do once he assumes office again. There's a widespread belief, especially among conservative circles, that Trump might use his constitutional right to pardon or outright dismiss the charges against these individuals, labeling them as victims of political persecution. Now, Donald Trump has the pardon power. The President of the United States has the authority to grant pardons for federal offenses, except in cases of impeachment. This power, vested by Article 2, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution, allows Donald Trump, should he choose, to absolve January 6 defendants of their legal consequences, effectively wiping their slate clean. Now, there's some implications for this rule of law. This situation brings to the forefront the delicate balance between law and politics in a constitutional republic. Critics argue that such delays could undermine the rule of law, suggesting that justice might be swayed by political outcomes rather than legal merits. Then again, do you think these people would have been in jail or locked up if Donald Trump hadn't had 2020 stolen from him? Supporters, however, view this as a necessary correction, asserting that the legal actions against January 6 participants were politically activated and motivated from the start. Now, the public and the legal have an opinion. The move has sparked a significant debate. Legal experts are split. Some see it as appropriate acknowledgement of the upcoming administration's potential policies, while others fear it dilutes the immediacy and certainty of legal accountability. Public opinion, particularly among conservative and libertarian groups, largely leans toward seeing these defendants as having been unfairly targeted. Now, as we look ahead, as we await for Trump's inauguration, the legal community, the defendants, and their families are in limbo. The decisions by the judges reflect a broader narrative where legal proceedings are now tied to the political calendar, demonstrating how deeply politics can affect the justice system. Now, this unfolding scenario poses fundamental questions about justice, political power, and the integrity of the legal processes in America. Whether these delays lead to pardons or a continuation of legal battles, it's a moment where the wheels of justice are undeniably influenced by the political winds of change. I, for one, would like to see our January 6 prisoners our political prisoners let go. If anything, they should get the same type of justice that, or criminal, whatever they would call it, as anybody else would get, especially the left, if they had done the similar thing. Because the left has done stuff like this throughout Donald Trump's reign, throughout Biden's reign, before, and Obama's reign, and they have not come down as hard as they have on the January 6th people. And I also believe that there needs to be a massive lawsuit, class action lawsuit, and the government really needs to put people back where they were before, because this is a stain on their record no matter if they're released or not. Many people have lost their jobs, their livelihood, and they need to be made right. We'll be right back.
Interesting, just a short time ago this morning, the hosts of MSNBC's Morning Joe program announced that they privately met face-to-face with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago on Friday. They said it was their first meeting with him in 7 years, and that while they disagree with him on a variety of topics, they agreed to reopen lines of communication, saying they don't want to just talk about Donald Trump, they want to start talking to him again. We'll send it back to you.
That if that came, we're just hearing that too, Bill. That is probably the most magnanimous thing any individual in America has done in a long
After
time.
they called him every name under the sun.
For 3 years, they call him fascist, Hitler.
Yep.
Every day, at every panel, there was nobody even to say, ever since Harold Ford left that building, there was not one person saying anything nice about Trump. And for him to take that, what is it, breakfast?
It just shows you, though, that he does want, to smooth things over. Maybe he is going to unite our country. And like you said earlier, everyone's doing the dances out on the...
Right. Hey, Bill, when Rachel Maddow shows up at Mar-a-Lago, can we make that a Fox News alert?
Well, if we can get a camera down there, we'll show it to you guys live.
All right, thank
In the wake of devastating hurricanes, Florida has stepped into a contentious legal arena by filing a lawsuit against the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, charging the agency with systemic discrimination against its residents based on political preference. Here's a deeper look into the controversy. Now, here's the background of the lawsuit. The lawsuit stems from allegations that in the aftermath of recent hurricanes, FEMA workers were instructed to bypass homes displaying signs or flags in support of President-elect Donald Trump. This directive was proportionally communicated through internal FEMA communications, where entries like Trump signs, no entry per leadership, were made by agency staff. Now, according to the whistleblower's revelation, according to their accounts, this practice led to at least 20 homes with pro-Trump signage being skipped over for aid in Lake Placid, Florida. These claims suggested a coordinated effort within FEMA to withhold assistance from those perceived as political opponents, raising serious questions about the impartiality of federal disaster response efforts. We've also felt this was going on in North Carolina. Hasn't been proved one way or the other, but considering what's going on in Florida, it kind of puts two and two together. Now, FEMA had a response. Following the revelation of these allegations, FEMA took swift action by firing the supervisor involved, whom they identified as Marini Washington. FEMA's administration, Diane Criswell, labeled the action as reprehensible and a clear violation of the agency's core values of aiding all citizens irrespective of political affiliation. Now, despite this, Washington has maintained that her instructions were part of a broader systemic approach within FEMA, not an isolated incident. We talked about this previously, and I tend to believe her because people who were boldly hating Donald Trump had no problem saying they hated Donald Trump. The way she's carried this out, it could be her covering her own butt, but she's not bold about it, and she literally is saying, that's what my boss has told me. I kind of believe her until proven otherwise. Now, the incident has fueled a political firestorm with figures like Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Attorney General Ashley Moody leading the charge against what they describe as targeted discrimination. DeSantis has publicly supported the lawsuit and has called for state-level investigations to ensure accountability and to prevent future occurrences. Now, Florida's lawsuit filed in federal court seeks punitive damages against the former FEMA supervisor and the current FEMA administrator, alleging a conspiracy to infringe upon the civil rights of Trump-supporting Floridians. The case could potentially redefine how political bias is addressed within federal agencies tasked with public service and emergency management. Now, there's some broader implications. This legal action raises significant concerns about the integrity of disaster relief efforts. If political affiliations can sway aid distribution, it undermines the public's trust in government agencies meant to serve without prejudice. The lawsuit also brings attention to the potential for federal agencies to be politicized, highlighting the need for strict oversight and transparency in their operations. Now, this lawsuit has not only captured headlines, but has also ignited public discourse in social media and among political commentators. Me as well, with many expressing outrage over what they perceive as abuse of power. The outcome of this case could set a precedent for how political neutrality is enforced in federal aid programs. Now, moving forward as the legal proceedings advance, the focus will be uncovering the extent of this alleged practice within FEMA and determining the culpability of those involved. Meanwhile, Floridians affected by the hurricanes and potentially by this discrimination await justice and a reassurance that aid will be provided solely based on need, not political allegiance. This lawsuit by Florida against FEMA is more than a legal battle. It's a fight for the principle that is in our constitutional republic. Aid should be apolitical, ensuring all citizens, regardless of how they vote, receive equal treatment in times of crisis. We'll be right back with our hashtag GoRight recap.
Well, yeah, the crowd's buzzing. A new dawn rise and feel it coming. Oh yeah, RFK's got the call to bring the cure. Health and hope, the people want more. Judges pause, they feel the tide. J6 whispers, will justice collide? The pulse of a nation, it's beating strong. Together we'll right the rights and wrongs. Clear the slate, feel the power rise. Oh yeah, truth is shining, cutting through the lies. We're building health, we're chasing dreams under the banner of red, white, and blue. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Florida stands unyielding proud. Oh yeah. Against the storms in a judgment cloud. No room for hate in disaster's wake. Equality's roots, they'll never break. Constitutionalists for America's call. From the highs of the land to the courtroom halls. Justice waits as the pendulum swings. Ooh, a new sun rises, let freedom ring. Clear the slate with the funk divine. Oh yeah, stand together, let the nation shine. From Go Right News, the stories flow. United hearts, it's a cosmic show. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The Capitol echoes with hopes renewed. Healing wounds, it's overdue. Presidential pens, they write the fate. Ooh, will tomorrow's promise eradicate hate? Oh, yeah, oh. America, justice takes flight. RFK's mission, Trump's new song is a journey where we all belong. Clear the slate with the nation's soul. Oh yeah, building bridges, making people whole. Justice, health, and unity's key. Together strong, that's the destiny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh yeah, yeah. Clear the slate. Let justice and love navigate. Go right news. The path is clear. For a brighter future, we persevere. Oh yeah, feel the change, together we'll clear the slate.
Welcome back to our hashtag Go Right recap. In this episode, we've covered the groundbreaking appointment of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. at HHS, promising a health revolution, and the judicial pause on J6 cases, anticipation of presidential actions, and Florida's stand against potential political discrimination and disaster relief. These stories are not just news. They are a pulse of a nation striving for health, justice, and resilience under new leadership. Remember, in this constitutional republic, your voice matters. For more insights into these developments and how they affect our liberties, head over to gorightnews.com. Don't forget to check us out on Rumble. Listen to hashtag GoRight with Peter Boykin on platforms like Spreaker, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. And engage with us on Twitter and other social media. Support our mission by donating via Cash App or visiting peterboykin.com or gorightnews.com to find the links to donate and other ways you can join the fight. Let's keep moving forward because together we're going to make America right again. God bless everybody. Peace.
It's time to go right. Let the truth ignite. We're bringing right news into the light. With Peter Boykin at the helm, we're taking a stand. Constitutionalist for America, we protect this land. Welcome to the place where opinions align. With liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right, it's the podcast for you. Welcome to the place where opinions align. With liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right, it's the podcast for you. It's time to go right. Let the truth ignite. We're bringing right news into the light. With Peter Boykin at the helm, we're taking a stand. Constitutionalist for America, we protect this land. Welcome to the place where opinions align. With liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right, it's the podcast for you. place where opinions align. With liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right, it's the podcast for you. Welcome to the place where opinions align. With liberty's flame, our voices combine. Citizen journalism, honest and true. Let's go right, it's the podcast for you. Welcome to the place.
Tulsi Gabbard goes to these a lot. She loves it. She was all in on it. So it was cool for me as someone who's covered the sport to sit back and watch all of these luminaries and all of these, big names in our government watching it and absorbing it.
Okay, and so we're looking at the walk-in, but at one point Donald Trump did what he is now also famous for. He started to do that Trump dance, which is sweeping the nation. Describe what you saw him do. There it is right there. It's that thing with the hand and it's the back and forth. Can you explain why that's so popular?
I was so grateful that I had already been rolling to get that video. One of my favorite things is just to the left. You can see RFK Jr., who's watching him and cracking up. I just wonder what's going through his mind with all of this. I interviewed him back in May when he was, anti-Trump, anti-Biden, and now he's standing there laughing at the dance. The entire place was waiting for it. The entire place went crazy. And if you watch social media, it's so awesome to see kind of this spreading around the sports world, in the NFL and everywhere else. So how a couple of weeks changes things, huh?
Yeah, and there's a boxer doing it, and let's see, Sunday night at Las Vegas tight end Brock Bowers did the Donald Trump thing and then was asked about it later, and then as it turns out, as soon as that question was asked, then they pulled the plug on the press conference, I believe.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, isn't that funny? I do think, listen, as a former ESPN Disney employee, we know that this airs on ESPN Plus. It's pay-per-view, and I was smiling, and I know many other people were too, because you can't cut away from John Bones Jones doing the Trump dance in the middle of the octagon for what he did when he won. So it was so incredible, and hopefully all these media companies and everybody else just softens. Let's just stop the divisiveness. Enjoy what this is. These are athletes celebrating victories, bringing people together. So to watch Trump, by the way, just absorbing all of that as well and enjoying it and laughing at John. And John came, and I recorded a solid minute video of John going back and forth. And then he looked and he went, "Oh my God, Elon. Oh my God, Kid Rock." John Jones was in awe of who was there to watch him. There's so much positivity, and I love the feeling that this country has changed with Donald Trump there, and this is further proof.
Well, you know what, Sage? America needs to have a little fun. And if a little of that dancing is fun, bring it on. I'm just saying. Hey, tell your dad I'm glad he had a nice time in New York City over the weekend. Thanks to Dana White.
Thank you. I will. He's still on cloud nine. Basically, I'm the best child.
Trump's got the hammer and it's time to strike. Breaking through the noise, setting it right. Draining the swamp, it's a brand new fight. Truth bombs dropping, lighting up the night. Trump's got the hammer and it's time to strike. Breaking through the noise, setting it right. Draining the swamp, it's a brand new fight. Truth bombs dropping, lighting up the night. The night, 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 the lighting up, the lighting up, the night, the night, the night, the night, the lighting up, the lighting up, the lighting up the night. Trump's got the hammer and it's time to strike. Breaking through the noise, setting it right. Draining the swamp, it's a brand new fight. Truth bombs dropping, lighting up the night. Trump stop the man with the mega mic. Trump stop the man with the mega mic.